Sam, I know you talked multiple times about basically the serpent in the garden, right?
Yeah.
And then Jesus, obviously, in John 3:14,
John 3,
says,
what? Yeah,
John
3:14,
3:14,
but he's alluding to Numbers 21, 8 to 9.
yes. But so it's like the same symbol of the serpent is associated with Satan, who
Yes.
creates death, but at the same time is associated with Jesus.
Yeah,
And so,
no,
can
why is
you
it
break?
associated with Jesus?
Because Jesus says, just as the
Yeah,
Moses
but
lifted up
why?
his name.
That's you're not getting it. The serpent is being impaled, killed, right? And then when you see the bronze
Mm,
serpent,
mm.
the bronze serpent, the image is that he's being killed.
I see. Okay, so the serpent is still Satan.
So, in other words, when you look
Mm.
at the bronze serpent, that is a picture of Satan being killed, destroyed,
Wow. Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Why is it a bronze serpent? Because the serpent seems to be, like impaled or nailed to that pole. So, how does that point to Jesus? Because Jesus mortifies sin, kills sin in his body on the cross.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, he nails sin on the cross. And by nailing
Mm.
sin, he destroys Satan's power.
Awesome. Okay,
So, you
that makes
see
a lot
the
of
analogy
sense.
there?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, he nails sin on the cross by taking, now, he didn't literally become sin, but it's simply saying that because he died the death you deserve because of your sin, he then dies on the cross. So in that act, it is symbolically him taking your sin, nailing it to the cross, destroying it. And by destroying it, he destroys Satan's power, leaves him powerless against you, right?
Mm.
Here, go to
Okay. Yeah.
1 Peter 2, 21 and 25. Notice what Peter says. 1 Peter 2, 21, 25, specifically verse 24.
21 to 25. Yeah.
Notice what he says in 24 when you read, but read 1 Peter 2, 21, 25. Quoting
To this
Isaiah.
you to this you were called, because Christ suffered for you, leaving you an example that you should follow in his steps. He committed no sin, and no deceit was found in his mouth. When they hurled their insults at him, he did not retaliate. When he suffered, he made no threats. Instead, he entrusted himself to him who judges justly. He himself bore our sins in his body on the cross,
So what
so
did he
that
do?
he bore our
He bore
sins
our sins in his body on, and it's actually the tree. What are you reading again?
on the, I think NIV, NIV, sorry,
The
NIV.
word is not cross, it's tree. He
It's
bore
tree,
our
okay.
sins in his body on the tree.
On the tree, okay.
So just like the serpent is nailed to a pole, signifying the death and destruction of the serpent, which caused our death, by dying for our sins, he then nails our sins to the cross, destroying sin, its effect, and leaving Satan powerless.
Wow,
Right?
okay. Yeah.
Because what does Paul say in Romans 7, 14 to 25? He says that there is another law in my members, in my flesh, in my body parts, sin. Sin resides in your flesh. It is part of your fallen DNA, and which
Mm.
tempts you to sin. So notice, by crucifying his flesh, he's destroying the very place where sin lives and is located in our flesh. So he nails sin to the cross. He didn't become sin, but this is an act of showing because of sin in your flesh, you die in the flesh. I'm going to die your death in the flesh. And in dying, I now destroy sin and its control over you and leave Satan powerless.
I see. Okay. Makes a lot of sense.
So that's the imagery.